You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 257th episode of Potty Talk Live, where we're talking the business of plumbing. That's right. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, and we're sharing the tips, the techniques, and the strategies to help you create a successful, self-sustaining, and very profitable plumbing business. How you doing tonight? It's good to have you here. Hey, if you're watching live with us, if you're part of the live social audience right now with us, type live in the comments. Okay, let us know you're here. All right, if you're watching the replay, please type replay. Let us know you saw the replay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. All right, it's good to have you here. Hey, we got a fun one here. I can't wait to bring our guest on here because, guys, I just love being with cool cats, okay, especially cool cats who aren't, they're winners, not whiners. And this guy is definitely not a whiner, all right? He's a winner, started in the trenches, is building a very successful plumbing business, and we're going to talk some Aspen Mountain Plumbing, okay? We'll have him on here in just a moment.
Hey, I want to make sure everybody can hear, too.
Hey, and he's going to be dropping some nuggets of gold here. Can you hear? What? The lovely Laura, what's going on over here?
Well, see, one person said they can't hear, so I just want to make sure that everybody can hear us. So
all right, if you can hear. All right, give me some thumbs up here, okay? All right, I see. Hey, DW's in the house. All right, hey, DW, if you can hear us, give me some thumbs up. All right, Danny's in the house
Danny's
here.
Danny's the one who said he can't hear us. Danny, can you hear us now?
Okay, can you hear? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right.
Hello.
Okay, I hope you can hear because I want you to hear our guest here, especially what we have going on. Hey, but it's good having you on board here. John, right back at you, brother. All right, Kelly says, Kelly Ball.
It's a little staticky.
Okay, says that we got some thumbs up.
Okay.
So I don't know. Hey, it might just be, these are crazy times. You got to imagine that the internet is just going crazy. Okay, everybody's home on social media. By the way, that is your silver lining in that cloud. Okay, everybody's on. All your customers are on social media. So where do you think you should be? Huh? All right. Don't take a brain surgeon to figure this one out. Okay, you should be there, okay, where your customers are at, okay? Hey, but it's good to have you here. So who do we have who's watching us here live, who's with us live? All right, Christy is in the house with us. All right.
Queen Bees is in the house.
The Queen Bees is in the house? All right, good to have the Queen Bee in the house. All right.
I know she loves that title. She has to.
She is right. She is the Queen Bee. The internet wants everyone to go back to work. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, we're going back. All right. Sounds like a champion. Thank you. All right. TK's in the house. All right, brother. How you doing, man? All right. Have you turned into a zombie yet? You making it through zombie land here? It's World War Z out there. Okay. Angel's in the house. All right.
Ooh, which Blevins? You want to make that announcement?
Yeah, we're going to have Angel Ron and Angel Blevins. Like, they're out of my backyard here, okay, here in Indianapolis. And, hey, they're not whiners either. They are winners, and they are doing something just cool, so cool. They're going to share it with us. So we're going to decided to have them on the program Wednesday evening. All right. So come join us. Check it out. It's what you can do too. Hey, look, it's turning. In fact, I think it's turning. We've been handed this bag of lemons. With everything, all the stuff that's going on, right? This bag of lemons. Well, you can either get all puckered up and start, what do you do about it? Or you can turn those bag of lemons into lemonade. Like pink lemonade, which is giving you some little insight there, okay? So, all right, I can't wait to share that, okay, and what they're doing and how they're growing their plumbing biz, okay? All right, so, hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Have I said that yet? Have I said hello yet? We kind of been doing our own thing today.
Yes.
Although we did have that, we had a meeting together, talked, we're talking on the, talking with a group over in San Francisco. And we're not talking about our San Francisco treat, Works Plumbing. Guys, don't worry about that. They're not.
No, but we did tell them that if they ever need
right.
a plumbing company,
Where does San Franciscoans call? Yeah, they call Works Plumbing. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's the only one to call.
So, question for you guys here. We're getting ready to bring our guest on here, but I want
And also, just
what?
in case Facebook does crash, I
What?
know last week we hit 65 viewers, and then Facebook decided to completely crash. The link
It's being
to
overworked.
YouTube, being overworked.
It is being overworked.
The link to follow us on YouTube or to watch the show live on YouTube is in the comments, and it's a pinned comment. So
Comments below.
yes.
Below here. I kind of
So
point
if we-
down like
if we
that.
just go
See,
dead.
it takes a lot of talent to do this.
I know, honey.
See?
And you do it so well.
Okay.
It's amazing.
All right. Okay. All right. Hey, question for you. Let me know. Hey, what's holding you back from your business success? What's standing in the way of your success? There we go. We put it that way. Okay. What's standing in the way of your success?
That's good.
Okay. Let me know. Okay. Share it here. Let's have that kind of conversation. Okay. Because I'm going to hit our guest up what was standing in his way of his success. And this guy brings it. I mean, he won't hold anything back. All right. The good, bad, and the ugly. All right. He'll share it. Okay. But hey, let me know. Write in the comments. We haven't got any comments here?
I think
Is
everybody's
anyone's-
kind of checking in right now, but let's see. Can't hear.
Matt Carter. So who can't hear what?
Can't hear the lovely Laura because I turned off my mic so that I could.
Oh,
be
we got to hear.
frustrated over here for a second, and I forgot to turn it back on.
Okay.
I'm back.
Is this lovely
I'm
Laura back?
Sorry,
I know.
guys.
See, that's
Yes.
why I don't hear. That's why
Yeah.
I get more
Christy.
email, that kind of stuff on. They like hearing the lovely Laura. Okay. All right.
Okay, sorry about that,
You
guys.
rock it, baby.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't curse.
Okay.
as
What's
things were
holding?
going wrong.
Works Plumbing says Corona. Right. Beer's holding you back.
Beer
Okay.
is holding you back.
Okay. Nothing standing in our way.
Hey, Tanner.
We are doing it, says Danny Penn. That's right.
Good.
Chad Collins is nothing but blue sky.
Okay, John Graham. Hey, John. Good to see you.
Hey.
He said employees standing in the way.
Employees.
Employees.
Huh. Well, I wonder what he means by that.
Let's find out
Okay.
what that means. Yeah, Danny's
wait.
saying nothing's standing in your way. They are doing it, and they are. They shot a video live the other day in our group, them cleaning out the shop and getting things in order. It's a great time to do that.
Yeah, they're just moving those bag of lemons on. I mean, they're just getting rid of the lemons.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, let us know, guys. What's standing in your way? What do you think is standing in your way from your success? We really do want to hear it. And John just clarifies saying the lack of employees. I get it, John. I know you weren't talking about your existing employees. That would not be what
Oh,
you
the
wanted
lack
to
of
say.
employees. Oh.
Yes, lack of employees.
That's
needs
a
more.
common theme.
Yeah, you know what,
That-
guys? Here's a great time to start recruiting the younger folks because plumbers just were announced that they were what? Essential. Essential. Guys.
Essential.
Baby, you've always said they're sitting on a gold mine, right?
Sitting on a gold mine. Hey, you just got to look at it differently here. We got look at the plumbing businesses that are like laying guys off now. You know, that are panicking and doing that. I mean, hey, now's the time to pick up some good players.
Absolutely right,
All right,
guys.
pick yourself up a good player. You know.
Now
Okay.
is the time. And Jeff Jordan is checking in from Minnesota.
All right.
Live. I'm coming in from southern Minnesota.
Southern
Is it
Minnesota.
warmer in southern Minnesota?
So yeah, what is it? So what are Minnesota's?
Minnesota, eh?
Soda. Is there like a
Minnesota.
is there like a southern accent? You know, to that
know. Do
to
they?
the
To their-
soda. I don't know how you explain that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Jeff, it's good to have you here, brother.
Ricky is saying mostly what's holding him back is being a plumber, trying to run a business. Learning, though, we get it.
We get it.
Get it.
All right.
Trying to do it all at once.
All right.
But it's possible. Not only
It is possible.
You
All right. It's not meant for the faint of heart. All right. If it
And
were
Frankie
easy,
says-
everybody be doing it, right? Okay. Frank?
Frankie says, hi, new to MDP. Great change from my old ways.
All right. Good.
Great.
All right. There's a winner there. Just open anew, learning new stuff.
That's
okay.
right.
That's all this.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
Frankie,
being open
pay
to
attention.
learn.
Pay
Okay.
attention to tonight's guest, which, baby, what do you say? We
Let's bring him on here.
Lance Ball.
All right, this is Mr. Lance Ball, founder, owner, along with his lovely wife, Kelly, of Aspen Mountain Plumbing. All right, in Rock Springs, Wyoming, the big metropolis, right? The big city of Rock Springs, Wyoming. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Richard. Thanks for having me on here. Appreciate
All right,
it.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a big deal. I love Rock Springs, but that's the kind of we just had. Was someone said they can't find plumbers, and that's a lot of a lot of the reasons that people say that, what's standing their success, well, I don't live in the big city, so I don't have access to a lot of customers or a lot of plumbers and those kinds of things. And so what say you to that?
So that's why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, what say you, Lance?
What say you,
We're
brother?
at 30,000, so I think that's hogwash.
That's
what I think.
I told you to be blunt.
30,000 people in your area, right?
In Rock Springs, with Rock Springs and Green River combined, it's about 45,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
So-
it's small numbers here, but we can do it.
There we go. So look, I wanted to have you on. Thanks for taking the time to be on, Lance. And really, what I love about your story is, and I'll be transparent here. Lance is one of my private clients, and so he's been kind of been around the MDP stuff for just a little bit here. But starting out, it was basically you in a truck and doing some stuff here, and now you really, you're a whole nother, pushing a year later or whatever, you're a whole nother company.
Right.
And
Yeah,
right.
completely different. Hey, John. Hey, we started out with like one truck. I had I call him a half employee. He wasn't even really an employee at that time. He just didn't know what he was doing, and I was just basically trying to do the best I could with half of a guy. And now we've got two employees strong. We've completely changed our look, our logo, our truck, our everything. Our mindset, everything's changed.
So what was
yeah.
so when you started? I'm going to ask you that same kind of question, if you mind sharing. You've had a time to listen. You heard me throw the question
Sure.
out there, so you probably had stuff run through your head, in your mind.
Yeah.
What was standing in your way a year ago? If it asked you a year ago or so, what would have been your answer? What was standing in the way of your success?
It was myself. That was my biggest deal. In my mind, I was a good plumber, but I didn't know the business of plumbing, like you always say. And my mindset, I always had that mindset that I can't charge more than this. I can't do this because of where I'm at. And so I had to revert. I had to change that mindset. And now it's funny because I'll see other guys talking, and I'm like, dude, they're in their own head. I can see it when they're in their own head because I was there.
I know it's so, and we've talked about that. When we start out, we do got to get into the head trash and that kind of thing, and that's what a lot of us guys, when we start out, we have all these, and I kind of hit it hard a little bit. I call them excuses. My area is different. That's one of the things. My area is different. We just aren't a big. That's why I love having. Another reason I love having you on here is one of the things is, well, I'm not from in a big city. Well, of course, the big city guys can do it because there's all kinds of customers and all kinds of plumbers and all kinds of choices.
Right.
But it's different where I live. That's one of the excuses there, and that's all up here. So how did you deal with that? How I know it's now you have the confidence, but when you started that mindset, what helped you, or what? When did you know that shifting like that was right?
Right.
Does that make sense? What I'm asking,
Yeah. Well, I did what you told me to do, and I changed my pricing. I changed charging a service fee. I started doing that, and I thought I'd lose a ton of customers, and really, the ones I lost were the ones I didn't really need. They were the ones that wouldn't pay their bill, or I would have to fight for money down the road. And the ones that were my good customers, they knew I was charging. They were going to have me no matter what. And it's funny how that works, but it does.
It does work, and I think that's the stumbling block most of our clients or people in the Success Academy have, thinking, man, there's no way I can charge this once they kind of go through the process. But then you do, and you're like, well, what do you know? I'm actually making money.
Yeah.
With fewer customers.
Yeah.
Good money.
Good money, right.
Right. In fact, that was what you noticed rather quickly. I know when we started, that was the concern, which we love. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, because you know that we love you and Kelly. In fact, Lance and Kelly are probably one of our favorite clients. We always say that. I know they're all.
I think you've said that too.
It's like when we talk to our children. Whoever we're
one of
talking to, we always tell them, you're our favorite
you're
number
so our
one
favorite.
son, or
Yeah.
our middle son,
Yeah.
or my favorite daughter. It's
Right.
my only daughter.
She's absolutely our
expensive
friend.
friends.
So,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We're the expensive friends.
Okay,
In fact,
it's funny that you say that.
because when we started,
Joe's saying, "What told me back his finances? Wish I could hire Richard and Laura." Ooh.
well, that's,
I think Lance may have something
Jeff,
to say to
do
that.
it.
I know it sounds self-serving to
It
say
does.
Just
that.
do it.
Right. It's like having children. You never have enough
can-
money
right.
to start. And then once you get in, you see, oh, this actually
Yeah.
works, that
Right.
kind of a thing. But what I love that when we first, through the process of the private coaching, we have an interview process to see if it's a good fit. Okay. Quite frankly, I speak to lots of guys every week. I have a couple tomorrow,
Yep.
that, and most don't make it. Just their heads aren't there, Lance. I mean, so you've been through the process. I'm just looking. So what I love, and I appreciate what Lance has said, that I did what. Well, it's the way you said it. I did what you told me to do. See, we got the easy part. We
Right.
just been up to the mountaintop before, and so we're like Sherpas. We know the quickest, safest, easiest way to get there. And so we say, do this, do this, do this. Don't do this. Do this, do this. Don't do that.
Right.
Okay, but you got to do it. And so Lance has done that. Lance and his wife Kelly have done that. But when we first met with you and Kelly, Lance was more, and this was more. Okay, I can take the risk. I'll do this. But Kelly, your wife,
She hated
we love
me.
her. She made it clear that these people are crazy.
They are crazy. Who are these Hoosier yahoos?
Yeah, who are these Hoosier? And now we loved our time together. In fact, we just spent time together. You were on the trip. You and your wife were on the mastermind, the inner circle trip or whatever, that we went to Jamaica. And that's when Kelly, your wife, called us, from everyone we were talking about stuff, and called us, made the reference to us as her expensive friends, which I take as a
We're
compliment.
not that
As a
expensive.
compliment, not that, but the friends part. That she added friends.
But she likes us now.
Yeah.
And Lance, maybe you can speak to that. What was her mind shift change through all this?
Kelly's one that has to see it before she believes it. And I'm the dreamer in the group. I'll be the first one to admit it. She's the one that logically thinks and keeps me in line a lot of times on that. And so I'll be like, let's just do it. I've got this idea, let's do it. And she's the one, okay, we got to financially make that happen. How are we going to do that? And so with her, I knew that if I got her involved, that she would eventually see the benefit of it. And what she didn't know at the time is I'd already prayed about it. I'd already gone to God about it. And I made a decision on it, and I had to sell it to her. And the best way to do that was to put you guys in front of her. And I think she was a hard sell, but I also think at the same time she knew that things had to change. She's seen it as we got to do something different here because it's not happening. It's not working. I mean, we were about 80%, maybe 90% new construction, 20 to 10% service work. And it wasn't cutting it. We couldn't make ends meet. We couldn't make paycheck to paycheck. And so she, I think in her mind, knew we had to make a change. She just didn't know where that change needed to be made. And I'd already received my answer. She just didn't know it. But that was the thing, is just trying to get her to see it. Once she started seeing the change, and I'm one that if I take something on, I commit 100%. I
Yes,
do
you
what
do.
I'm going to do.
Yes, you do.
And if somebody says you need to do this, and I trust them, then I'm going to do that. And Kelly's a little bit more hesitant on things like that. That was
She's a
probably her
realist.
issue. She is. She sees things the way they are, and the rest of us don't see it that way. But it's good because it's a good balance.
Right. You guys are a really good balance.
Yeah, we are.
And that's needed.
She's the brains of the operation.
And that's needing the business. Well, my brains of this outfit is right over here. Okay, that you hear her, the lovely Laura. And the business for you guys, for you, what we call plumbing power couples, you're in business, husband and wife teams out there together.
That's
if
what
one
makes
of you
you
is the
powerful.
dreamer and visionary and the other's more pragmatic, like how are we going to do that? Where's the money going to come from?
Right.
That's good. The business needs that. And that makes for a good team. Is a very powerful thing.
Right. That's the power and the plumbing power couple.
Okay, and that's how things get done. So here you are today. You've made these changes. You pushed through and made these changes, and you look like you look like a national brand. Okay,
Totally.
and you did all that.
Yep.
We love your branding. We love what you're doing. And you're finding guys. You're always recruiting, right? There's always. It's a tough thing.
Yeah.
A small town, and you're working with it, and you're working those systems. How are you dealing? Now where you're at today. To where you're at. How are you dealing with what's going on today? We have, this corona, this virus thing happening, and things have kind of been shut down. What are you doing?
Kind of acting as if it's not happening at all. I'm just doing things as if it's normal. I'm going to the shop every morning. I'm cheering up the guys. I'm saying, hey, this is what we got to do today. If we have no calls, which, today we started off with no calls. And so I'm like, hey, do this, and do this to get busy, and then we'll just be on standby. And if a call comes in, we're good. Something else we're doing, and it was an idea that Keith with Plums Up came up with, and then you guys talked to me about it. As we've reached out to our community, and we're delivering food for the senior citizens if they need it. We're going to go and pick it up, and we drive it to their house and drop it off for them. So we've instead of killing us with downtime, we're doing it to provide service in a different way.
Love it. And so you're just moving forward. You're looking positively. You're being a positive influence in the community, which, by the way, winds up branding you as a community cheerleader, a community leader, okay, a positive community member. All right, those are all great things, and love what you're doing, Lance. In fact, can we show, sweetheart? Can we
I'm
show?
gonna try here. We'll see what happens.
I want to show. There, can we see that? Does that come up? There we go.
There we go.
See that? There we go. There's a picture of
His
his Facebook page, and you see one of his trucks there. Look at that. You went from old trucks, bought new trucks, got the new branding. Everything's on it. Look at that. That is that is pro.
Thing.
Okay. And guys, I want to have you recommend. Lance has gotten he does a probably about every morning or every other morning at least. You do some kind of Facebook Live with information and the tip of the day and that kind of stuff. Hey guys, check it out. Just to check out a brother. It's good stuff, all right. But I love too of how you taken the heart of being a community, a voice in your community. A community leader. You're not just selling plumbing,
Right.
all right. You're a community cheerleader. All right. You love your community. You're lifting up your community.
Right.
And great stuff.
Yeah, that when people see you loving the community, they're gonna come in hordes to you. And doing the lives it was freaky at first. Patrick Basinga and I had a conversation about that this morning, and it was freaky at first. But now I get on there, it's just second nature. It's just something I do. It's one of my daily routines, and it doesn't matter what I'm teaching the person or if I'm giving a ton of information or not. My face is there, and they understand that I represent the plumbing here in Rock Springs, and that's huge. I can go into parts houses and hardware stores and be wrecked now. So that's a big thing. And
that is a big thing. That is so cool.
So good.
And I want you to get this. You're not a camera. You're not loving the camera, Lance. You're not a guy that was looking to be in front of the camera, right? I mean, you're a man's man. I mean, you much rather be.
Yeah.
You're more comfortable
Shooting bear.
Whatever. Shooting. Than you,
I know about bear. I'll take an elk any day.
Which is cool. What words of encouragement or wisdom do you have to provide, to the guys that are just saying, "Hey, I can't do that Facebook Live stuff." What say you?
Just do it. Just do it. I mean, you got to overcome your fears. You're always saying get comfortable in being uncomfortable, and that's what it is. I mean, once you get to that point, then that comfort isn't even a thought anymore. You're just doing it because it becomes a habit. And I mean, that's what makes great business leaders, right? Is the ones that form these habits.
Yep.
And that would be what I'd say is just commit and forget yourself and just do what you got to do.
Do you?
And staying consistent too, and that's what you do really well, Lance. Is you consistently do it. That's the hard thing. A lot of people, I'll do a live or two or whatever, and then they just disappear. The consistency is the tough part, but that's how you're getting recognized in your community, is because you're always out there.
And I love how you're finding your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, you'll find your voice.
Right.
I know,
Your
Lance,
voice.
you alluded to it, that you were probably very uncomfortable the first few times. And it takes a few times to kind of find your voice, kind of how, your thing. I like, everyone has a thing. Just like I get, hey, plumbing pros. Where that came from? The first time I started doing this, I didn't know what to say. So I just came out, hey, out of something just stupid, really, out of just nerves of not knowing what to say. We all find your voice, your thing, your stick, you're cool, your thing. Really? All right. And then just speak. Okay. Right. And that's real. And that endears you to your community. Again, It's not about plumbing, right? It's not that you're pushing plumbing. Of course, when you're speaking, you got your plumbing, so they know it's Aspen Mountain Plumbing, right? Yeah. But
you got just logoed out.
Right. You're just loving the community, and sharing, words of wisdom or insight, tips, plumbing tips, just to be careful of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. So if you guys want to find out how to,
absolutely.
Check out his Lance's Facebook page.
Right.
He does a really good job. Go and follow Aspen Mountain. What's the exact Facebook page? Is it Aspen Mountain Plumbing?
Yeah, I think it's Aspen Plumbing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So go
and there's a link on my website as well. That's something that I try to do, is keep those two together.
Perfect.
For SEO purposes, Facebook's not much. But it's the getting them to my lives that matters, to where they get continuity and that familiar face. So yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's a good play. It's a good play.
Hey, I want to ask Lance. Lance, how are you talking with your employees right now during this time?
Yeah.
How are you leading them?
Well, 2 Fridays ago, I sat them down and I said, "Are you guys afraid of this virus?" And I just bluntly asked them, and both of them were like, "Not really," and it hadn't really hit Wyoming yet. And I'm like, good, because we go on as business as usual, and we're not going to let this affect us. It's just like a cold. You go out around that cold every day. Just keep focusing on the customer and providing that 100% service. And just my guys, they're young, so I don't know. Maybe they're in some ways, I guess you could say. But they're also level-headed, and they've built a commitment to the business. So I think that a lot of that has to do with them as well. You can only be so much as a leader, and the rest of it they have to pick up, right? So I've got 2 good guys.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that says a lot about you too, though.
That's true.
One of the questions I ask, guys will say, "I have trouble finding. I can't find good men." And one of my first questions I ask them, well, why would anyone want to work for you? To get good guys, you've got to have something that guys want to come work for. And so, Lance, you definitely provide an environment and a sense of security and respect, good equipment that guys want to come work for. And, that's important. You've done a great job there, man. So, hey,
Thank you.
What?
Couldn't have done without your help.
Well, thank you for saying so. So we have those. Even a couple of them even kind of mentioned that they're kind of looking to do things or whatever. We got these kinds of guys on. And look, you're in the trenches. You're still in the truck yourself. You know, half a leg out. I mean, you're working out of the, you know, you're in and out. You're right there. And for those guys that are listening, what's some, you know, piece of, you know, wisdom or a nugget that comes to mind that you could leave with the guys?
Don't forget your dream. You know, so many times we get wrapped up in the daily to-dos and we forget about that big goal. And I'm just as guilty as anybody. I forgot my goal there for a little bit. But if you want to get your butt out of the truck, you gotta just keep on doing it until you get out, and you gotta push forward. You really gotta push forward.
There we go.
Keep your why in front of you. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Right? I think you guys have
Absolutely
solidified that for yourselves. Got a couple of questions for Lance coming
let's
from
bring it.
PTL audience. Let's see, Jeff Jordan? Sorry. Are you paying your guys piecework?
I have one guy that I pay piece rate, and I have another guy that's still training to do piece rate. That's how I look at it, because everybody that comes into my business knows now that you're doing a piece rate eventually. So I have one doing it on hourly, but as soon as I see his numbers starting to match, he's going to be in piece rate.
Perfect.
Okay,
I love that. And then Carmen, hey, Carmen La Casa, how long have you been in business?
I just started my 7th year.
7th year. Okay, now how long did you do new construction, and then versus where you switched over to residential?
Well, I started out doing service, and then I don't know, sucked into the trap of new construction. There wasn't a lot of guys doing it around here. Not a lot of guys doing plumbing, period, that know what they're doing. And so that was part of it.
That's good.
I got sucked into it, and so I was probably in that for about, I'd say probably 5 years. I'm completely out now. Got out probably December. That was our last real job in new construction. Then I dropped it.
I remember when that happened. You're like, this is the last one. We're done.
He's a free man plumbing.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a free man plumbing.
Not a dead man plumbing, that's for sure.
I'm so grateful we don't have new construction right now, because
Oh, yeah.
parts and overhead you'd have, and then there's no money coming from it because of all the freezes on stuff. So
Yep.
glad we're out of it.
No kidding. Yeah, residential service. Baby, what do you always say? Sitting on a
gold mine. All right.
On a
Residential
gold
service.
Absolutely.
Even during these times, guys are working. They're set up. Not only going to survive these times, but we'll come out thriving.
Right.
Okay, if we approach what's happening here right. Okay, and that's right. Works plumbing ain't about plumbing. Ain't about plumbing.
Honey, you should say that. I think, honey, you should incorporate.
That's a
into
good
your
one.
message.
I should put that on a shirt. Ain't about plumbing. Okay.
I know a few guys that would probably buy it.
Oh, Lance, man.
Patrick knows what he's doing. That guy's got it together, man.
Works plumbing out there. Yes, they do. In San Francisco.
Yep.
I've seen their shop. Those guys know what they're doing.
We got a lot of plumbing business owners out there. Guys, all of you CEOs, just type the name of your plumbing business in the comments and just realize how many of you there are. There really are a lot of guys that have struck out on their own, CEOs of their own plumbing business. We got one on the show tonight who had a dream, right, Lance? Had a dream.
You got a dream, yeah.
Yeah, your own plumbing business. So,
Right.
and he did it, and he's doing it. It
They're
doesn't
doing
mean
it.
it's easy.
Not easy. Three young boys. I mean, the guys, and his wife Kelly, they got their hands full. What I love here, that's why, I'm going to say this. I love. There's no whining. Okay, it doesn't mean it's hard. They're in a small town. It's a community. It's a gas community, right, or that kind of mining community. There's
Natural
not a
gas
lot
and
of
oil.
Natural gas,
oil,
yeah.
right, and so there's not a lot of plumbers.
We have some mines around.
Right, it's a different market there. It's just there aren't plumbers just falling off the trees. They just walk by and pick them up. And again, small town. Now we have this stuff going on. All the excuses, a young family, all the expenses associated with a young family, all the concerns. Kelly is full time in the business.
Yes, she is.
Okay, all those. I mean, they're all in. Okay, that's another reason why they're successful. Okay, they're all in. All right, and doing it, and doesn't mean every moment it's comfortable, right? Time we're in right now is not comfortable.
Uncomfortable.
That's
right.
exactly right. Okay, I don't know if you guys are seeing all the different plumbing companies that are out there, guys. Again, this is why following Potty Talk Live and being in the audience and just being around others and hearing from others that are in the same spot
You're in.
Right?
Okay, and the key is just to keep following that dream. Keep that dream. That's a great nugget of gold, Lance, that you laid out. Keep that dream up here. Okay, don't let what's happening here. Don't let the virus or anything else steal your dream.
Right.
Take your dream away. Your focus off the dream. Stay in line with your dream, and work through your why. Right, and we'll just work through it here, day by day.
I think GB has got a good way to end this
There we go.
Potty Talk Live.
GB, there's all right, brother. Proud of you, Lance. That's what GB says.
Right.
God bless you, and He has.
It's all God.
Yep.
It's all
There we
God,
go. All right,
Love that.
Lance, brother.
yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to being on. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, man.
Anytime.
Okay, we'll talk at you later.
Tell the
All right, see ya.
lovely Kelly we said hello.
We will do.
All right,
all right, man.
thanks. Take care.
All right, there we go. All right, Lance Ball,
So fun.
Aspen Mountain Plumbing. All right, good stuff there. Hey,
Lance
just one of
Ball.
one of us. Okay.
Guys, seriously, if you want to see
Right.
someone who's killing on social media, Lance is someone to follow. Aspen
Okay.
Mountain Plumbing. Go out and follow him. Become that community cheerleader.
Right. Don't give yourself the excuse, well, I don't know this or that. Lance and then they didn't know this stuff.
Right.
Okay.
He just did it.
It's just right. You just do it. Okay. You got to do this. Okay. You do these things, you will be successful. Okay. And during these kinds of times, like we're in right now, you won't just survive, but you will come out of this thriving. Okay.
Right.
All right. But you got to believe in yourself. Okay. And not give yourself excuses. Okay. It is that way. And that's one reason I love having someone like Lance and others, or so others that are on here that I know, are just doing it. Okay. Doing it. All right. You got to do it. All right.
Like we said, I think it was it this morning on the morning workout, talking about fight or flight right now, right?
Right.
It's fight or flight.
It's fight or flight right now. Okay, this is a defining moment.
Maybe explain that just a little bit.
I guess, guys, for those we have on, this is a defining moment for you. And I'm talking to the men here. We all wonder, do we have what it takes? Deep down inside, as men, that's what we wonder if we have what it takes. That's why we love movies where the guys they may take our lives, but they won't take our freedom. Or whatever the moments are. Okay, or we love sports. Real men's sports. With the heavy dunks or the big football plays. I even said I love a running back who's hitting the tackles and he's bouncing off stuff and just keeps on going. We wonder as men if we have what it takes to be in that situation. Even a 9/11 situation where on the planes and they didn't know all the information, but they knew something wasn't right, and then a group of men said, "Let's roll. Let's take the cockpit." Okay, would we be that guy? Okay, would we have that kind of courage or the ability to stand up? In your plumbing business right now is that moment. Okay, so you're deciding whether you're that guy or not. Okay, if you're contracting and finding excuses, or what's going on, you're not that. You're that guy sitting down. Okay, all right. If you're moving forward, all right, you're that guy.
You're that guy.
Okay, but it takes something to be that guy, with everything that's going on, to continue to be thinking moving forward. Okay,
Right.
so that's what I mean by a defining moment. This is a defining moment, and for those of you that are pushing through here, let me tell you, 2008 kicked my butt. Okay, and
Yeah,
for a
it did.
moment we came close to losing our business, everything. We were broke, almost lost our marriage, and I was in the fetal position for a moment. But I got back up, okay, and created something even better, okay? And as a man, I can tell you that's why I confidently sit here and kind of speak where some people, I see the hate stuff, that I'm full
Haters
of this, or,
gotta hate.
haters gotta hate, okay, and I see it. And the reason I can speak the way I speak is because I've stared death
Right.
death in the face, okay, and it didn't beat me. I got back up and kept on coming, okay? I'm no special than you are, okay? It's just I chose to get back up and to keep on coming. All right. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I hope that's the passion that you feel come through here, and that's why I'm glad we're here together, okay? And so if you'll do that. So that's what I mean by defining moment,
It is a
okay?
defining moment.
All right? It doesn't take rocket science. It takes what we saw here with Lance,
Yep.
okay? Just deciding to do it.
Absolutely. Jeff Jordan is saying, oops, I was going to put that up for you, Barry, honey. A year from now, I want to be the next Lance on the air with MDP bragging about my business. Jeff, that's good. Okay, so here's what you're going to do.
Right.
Give him a little coaching tip, baby, on what he should write every day.
Every morning, Jeff, I want you to start, first of all, stop referring to yourself as anything, as if they ever ask you what you do, you're not a plumber, all right, you're a CEO. Every morning, you're going to write in a notebook. I don't have mine here with me, but Lance will know and the guys know. It's your GPS. Every morning, you're going to get up at a set time, by the way, routine, especially now is very important. You're going to get up, have some kind of quiet time, preferably. I know Lance is a brother, not only as a plumbing brother, but a brother in Christ. And we prefer to be in the truth. It especially helps to know the truth right now with crazy things going on. So in some kind of word, at a minimum, some kind of positive word, like, or some kind of video, like Ed Milet,
Podcast,
Gary
something.
Vaynerchuk, some positive business podcast.
Right.
But then you're going to write in a journal here. I call it the GPS journal. Okay. Where you're going to be. So you state it like you already have it. Okay.
Right.
Like I have 5 trucks. Okay. I have $1 million plumbing business. Okay.
I am the next Lance Ball.
I am the next
and I've
Lance
been interviewed
Ball.
by the $1 million
and I will be interviewed
plumber.
on Potty Talk Live. Okay. That kind of a thing.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay. I know it sounds silly. But those
it's
that are
not.
doing it will tell you it's not, because what it does, it's a GPS. It puts you on a course, okay? All right? And so when the day hits you and all this other weird stuff and crap is hitting you, which it will and always does, okay, you're on a course. You know why you're doing what you're doing,
Right.
okay? So do it.
Do it.
And love hearing it. And you can do it, brother. You can do it, okay?
Yep.
The rest of us can do it. You can do it, okay? So there we go.
Okay, yeah, sounds great.
All
Let's see. Chris Fresh, CF, is on at 9 o'clock, I think, in 15 minutes. So
Check
he's-
CF, the plumbing sales coach, is on, in about 15 minutes
I think
here on
so.
the
I'm pretty sure. I
Facebook.
don't know if he's still on. He was earlier. He had a comment, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Great.
So stick
Everybody take a
around. It's
bathroom
fun.
break. Go get some popcorn, right?
Right? Grab something to drink and then watch CF, the plumbing sales coaches program. Always has nuggets of gold, okay? Steering you in the right direction. And again, not only do you get good information, but you're around others. And that's what's key. Be around other professional plumbing business owners, all right? Who are
With
looking
eagles.
to grow their plumbing business, to be around
Eagles,
other
I tell
eagles. So
you.
do it, all right? Hang out. This is time to hang out together, okay? Hey, but it's good having you with us here. Hey, I do want to help you, and right now, better than ever, the Success Academy is for
so look
you,
at what-
okay? All right, where we
Liz will go
teach the
through.
business of plumbing. Okay, it's all in there. How to create your hourly rate. Why you charging what you're charging? Okay, your
do you
flat
know?
rate
Do you know?
pricing, the right kind of marketing. Okay, we have live coaching calls.
Thanks, Carmen.
Okay, so you can get your questions answered. All right, everything about business, of plumbing business, teaching the business of plumbing. Okay, and it's a 14-day free trial. So again, I make it so easy, no excuses. All right, so that
so
you can check it
easy.
out and feel safe. Okay, simply type success in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success.
Thank you, Carmen.
All right.
Great show
Thank
as
you,
always.
Carmen. Great having you all here. Hey, just want to remind you, especially during these times, that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things, okay? You ain't going to die. All right. So look, when you're out there doing your thing, as always, plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.